everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Casey. Today's video is going to be an introduction about myself. I know this video should have been made a while back when I first started, but I am just barely coming around to it, so please bear with me. This video is intended for you guys to know more about me, and thank you guys all for the support that you guys have been showing me and giving me. We are almost at 500 subscribers, so thank you so much for your support. If you are not subscribed to my channel yet, please make sure to hit that subscribe button, and if you like this video, make sure to hit that thumbs up button. So yeah, let's get started. First of all, my name is Cassandra May, but I do go by Casey. That's a nickname that I've had since I was a child. It's what my mom has given me since I could remember. I just remember like when she did start calling me Casey, she would spell it out with two S's, so it would be Cassey, but then I think it was around like second grade where I switched it up to just one S, which I feel like is a mistake because now it's spelled Casey. A lot of people pronounce it as Cassie, which it's one of my biggest pet peeves is when somebody calls me Cassie, so please pronounce it correctly and call me Casey. What is my ethnicity? A lot of people guess my ethnicity wrong. They'll say I look Cambodian, Vietnamese, sometimes I get Spanish whenever I have like a darker skin tone in the summertime. I've gotten Hawaiian, but my ethnicity is Filipino. I am straight Filipino. Both my mom and dad are from the Philippines, so that's something that nobody can ever guess. I don't know why. And then me working at a hotel, a lot of guests tell me that I look exotic, which I don't know if that's a compliment or I don't know if that's like I don't know, it kind of seems rude to me. Like when somebody says I look exotic, it's like, okay, do I look like an animal? It's funny because I'm wearing a cheetah print too, but yeah. Especially when my hair is crimped and like, you know, like when you braid your hair the night before and then you like take out the braids the next day. I do that a lot, so that's when I get the most comments of me looking exotic. So I am Filipino, and no, Filipinos are not Asian, okay? Like a lot of people think that, oh, Filipinos are Asian. No, we are not Asian. I'm more Pacific Islander. I'm more Hawaiian than Asian. For you Filipinos out there that that wants to disagree with me, that wants to say, oh yeah, we're Asian, come at me then. I dare you to, but whatever. We are Filipino. That is our own race, basically. Where was I born? So I was born in Delano, California, which is in Central California. And then when I was about, I think like 6 years old, I moved to Porterville, California. I lived there until I was 19 years old. And then when I was 19, I moved to the Bay Area, which is in San Jose. And I lived there until I was like 26 years old, so that makes it around 7 to 8 years of living in the Bay Area. And then after that, I moved back home in Porterville for like about 3 months. And then after that 3 months, I moved to Miami, lived there for a month, and now I am living in Kansas. Okay, so I've been all over the world, basically. Like I lived in the West Coast, I lived on the East Coast. So now I am living in Central United States. Like basically everything around me I can drive to. One thing I do notice about people living in Kansas is they like to drive to places instead of flying. You know, like a lot of my coworkers travel, they go to Colorado, they go to Chicago, you know, Illinois of course, and then they go to Atlanta. So a lot of people tend to drive. I don't know what it is. Like right now I'm in Oklahoma and I did drive out here. It's only a 2.5 hour drive, which is probably the furthest that I would drive, but I like to fly. So but that is one thing that I like about living in Kansas is that you are in the middle of everything. So I like it so far. What is my favorite color? So I love every color of the rainbow. I don't discriminate on any color whatsoever, but the color that I do gravitate towards is pink. It's like a baby pink color. I would say that that is my absolute favorite color in the world. It's like I'll wear pink, I'll like buy everything pink. I know it sounds really girly, but when it comes to cars though, my favorite would be black, red of course. I always get my nails in white. I tend to wear a lot of nudes, blacks, grays, whites. Again, I don't have like a favorite color. I'll wear any color in the rainbow, but the one that I do gravitate towards is pink, baby pink. If you guys don't know this about me, I am a huge foodie. The reason why I like to travel is because I love to eat. I wasn't always like this. I remember being a young child. Growing up, I've always been a picky eater. I wouldn't eat vegetables. I would always have to like smell my food before I even put it in my mouth. It was like a habit that I've always had. And then I think moving to the Bay Area actually it like expanded my horizon as far as food wise. I ate a lot of different cuisines out there, and then I was able to just taste the different cultures, like the foods that cultures had. And my top favorite 5 cuisines would have to be Mexican, Italian, Indian, Thai, and Filipino, of course, since I can't discriminate on my own culture. But I would have to say that my most favorite is Mexican food. Mexican food has so much seasoning and just like a lot of flavor, I feel like. So does Indian food, but I always choose Mexican food. Like if someone ever asks me, what are you craving for? It's always Mexican, like tacos, tortas, burrito. Well, burritos, I don't really like to eat burritos, but like just like the carne asada that they have, and just the spiciness, just everything about the Mexican food is so good. But yeah, so those are my top 5 cuisines. And I know that I am skinny and it seems like I don't eat, but trust me, I can eat like a fucking 500-pound man. Like I can eat so much, and I love to eat. If it's one thing that you should know about me is I am a big foodie. What are my favorite hobbies? I would have to say that my most favorite hobby is traveling. I want to be able to travel around the world. I've only been in 13 states in the US, and I have never been outside of the country yet. I did get my passport early this year, but I was not able to use it yet because 1, nobody wants to travel with me. 2, we had a pandemic. And 3, I've just been working my butt off. So my goal next year is to travel outside of the US. If I can't make it happen this year, then of course I'm gonna have to do it next year. But that is my most favorite hobby. Second, I've been drawing since I was a little kid. I remember drawing with my dad since I was like 4 years old, maybe even younger than that. I remember in preschool I used to like to draw and do anything creative. I am like a artist at heart. I like to create. I actually started preschool when I was 3 years old, and because that was like such a young age, they had to put me back for another year. So I was in preschool when I was like 3 and 4 years old, and then I didn't start kindergarten until I was 5. So I just remember like in preschool I would be making stuff, like creating stuff, drawing, painting, anything creative. That is my hobby. I just remember like I would be winning like first place in, you know, like those competitions that some preschools have and like just grade school. Well, I've always won like first place. Like I know that it sounds like I'm cocky or whatever, but it's just like something that I've always just had. It's just like something that I've always it was a passion that I've always had since I could remember. And I think that's because my dad is an artist, so I got that from him. Another hobby that I have is, I don't know if this is considered a hobby, but I love cars. I would check out cars more than I check out guys. Like I know that sounds funny, but like anywhere that I travel to, I'm always consistently looking at cars. Like if it's a sports car, classics are my favorite. Like I'll always have a passion for those. Anything exotic. The reasons why I want to go to Dubai so bad is because of the exotic cars and the sports cars that they have out there. But then I also enjoy classic cars. So like anything that's a Mustang build, like if I can have every build of the Mustang, that is my dream. Like if I can get a garage filled with Mustangs, oh my god, like that is a dream come true for me. But I like big trucks. I also enjoy playing sports. So I played softball for 7 years. I've also done track in high school. I played a little bit of tennis in high school, but that I wasn't really passionate about that sport. I always like playing basketball. I'll throw football around. Like Looking from the outside, you might think that I'm such a girly girl, right? Because I get my nails done, I get waxed, I put makeup on, I do my hair. But I am actually a tomboy at heart. I remember being a child, like I would be playing video games with my cousins. I would get down and dirty playing with dirt cars, playing marbles, making like those traps, you know, like those holes and stuff in the backyard of my grandpa's garden. Like I would get down and dirty. I've always been a tomboy at heart. But yeah, I like playing sports. My favorite right now is playing pool, like billiards. But I always have a passion for basketball. Like I love shooting around. I like shooting threes. That's my spot. So yeah, and then I also like to weightlift from time to time. Like it's been a while since I've been to the gym consistently. I had a back injury not too long ago, so kind of easing up on going back to the gym. But I do like to weightlift. And most recently, I would say like early on this year, I found out that I love to read. I used to always hate reading when I was younger, but now it's like I could read for days, like whether that's listening to audiobooks or reading like actual physical books. I prefer the hard copy books where you can smell the pages and like flip the pages. I mean, I'll listen to an audiobook here and there, but yeah, reading and just learning in general is something that I love to do, just expanding my mind and just becoming the best version of myself by just growing intellectually, spiritually, and emotionally. So what are the top 5 places that I've been to so far? I would have to say that my most favorite in California would have to be San Diego. San Diego is super clean. There's not that much traffic like versus LA area and the Bay Area. And then there's also like a mixture of older people and college people. It's diverse in that way. And then they also have some good food options. So like they have some really great Mexican cuisines, a bunch of other cuisines that you can choose from. And the beaches are really clean. Beaches are not as cold. Altogether is just a really nice place to be at. I would say that eventually I would want to retire in San Diego. I want to go back to California someday, but that would be the only city that I would be living in if I did choose. Another place that I really enjoyed, and it's a place that I will definitely be going back to, is New Orleans. They have the most cultural city I've ever seen, and they have a party life that is out of this world. Like it is unbeatable. Literally when I was out there, so I was out there for like 3 nights, and you would be drinking from the moment you get up all the way till you go to sleep. Like you are lit all the time, and like the people out there are just so hospitable. Like their hospitality is just amazing, and everyone calls each other baby. Like if they're your age, they'll call you baby. If they're older, they'll call you baby. Like I went to restaurants and they'd be like, do you want some more water, baby? And they'll be like my age. Like it is just an amazing city to be at. Their food is the best. Like they put the right amount of spice, they put the right amount of seasoning. Like I just miss New Orleans food so much. Like their seafood is fresh. Just everything about their food. Like everything I ate out there was amazing. Like 10,000% more than I expected. So New Orleans, I would have to say, is like my number 1 favorite place that I've ever been to, hands down. The next one would have to be New York. New York is amazing as far as skylines go. Like if you guys like love the city skyline and just seeing bridges, like I feel like it's just everything is so close together. Like you can go from, I don't really know the terms of like blocks, you know what I mean, like Manhattan, and then there's I don't know what I'm saying. You can literally take the subway from one place to the next, and it's really easy. The transportation is easy. You can take taxis, Ubers. One thing I do notice about being in New York is that you do a lot of walking. That's one thing, so you want to wear something comfortable as far as shoes go. But New York is very beautiful. I'm definitely going back, hopefully in the summertime. I only went in the winter time, which was snowing, so definitely going back there. And then lastly, or no, not lastly, there's 2 more, but I do love Miami. If you guys don't know, I did live there for a month, a little over a month. I would have to say that it is a party life. Like the beaches are amazing, the water is so warm, the food, again, there's so many options to choose from. One thing I don't really like about Miami is the people. The people can be kind of weird. Like, you might experience some racial comments in Miami, just a heads up. It just depends on what part of Miami that you are in. Of course, you want to go to the tourist areas if you are ever there. So like South Beach. I cannot think today. I honestly had a glass of wine, so I'm so out of it. But Miami is definitely one of my top 5 favorite places. And lastly, my next favorite place would have to be Portland, Oregon. So Portland is filled with so many nice people. You would be having a conversation with somebody and you think that they're not genuine, or you think that they're too nice, but they are actually really nice people. And then the fact that there's so many trees around the area, like it's just so, like the scenery is amazing. It's just an all-around clean city. Like the pollution is great. You can be taking a deep breath and you can just tell the difference of like Portland and California's air. So it's just really clean. There's a lot of hiking places. Yeah, you just don't feel like anyone's gonna rob you, or like you don't feel like there's a lot of sketchy people in that surrounding area, if that makes sense. Like you just feel safe. So if you do want to travel solo, I would recommend Portland for sure. So you guys probably know by now I like to travel. So what are my dream vacations? I would say that the #1 dream vacation would have to be Dubai. It just seems so bougie and there's so many nice cars. I do want to stay in the Versace hotel, like that's my dream. Just, I don't know, it just looks so nice. And then it's like in a desert, so like just I want to be able to ride a camel and just wear like a all white dress with like a white hat with like my black sunglasses, like my black Versace sunglasses. Like that is my dream. And then just like ride a camel. I don't know, that's my dream vacation. My dream vacation as far as Asia would have to be Singapore. Again, it is a very bougie area. Their food looks good. I want to go visit the Mandalay Bay Sands. I believe that's what it's called. It's like the hotel that has like the ship on top or whatever. So that looks really nice. I also want to go to Italy, try their food and see the culture and just how they live out there, drink some wine. And then I also want to go to Bali, which I heard that it's like sinking. It's like an island that is sinking, so I want to go there before that happens. And then of course I want to go to Bora Bora. I want to get married there someday. Like that's where I want my honeymoon to be and my wedding to be. So that would be my all-time dream vacation, is Bora Bora for sure. Before this video gets way too long, I feel like I've answered enough questions for you guys. If you guys do have any more questions that you want me to answer, feel free to comment them down below, or you guys can hit me up on Instagram. My username will be right over here, and you guys can always DM me if you guys want to know more questions, and then I can make a second part to this video. The last question that I want to answer is, what is my goal for this channel? I've said this in a previous video, but I feel like my main goal in this world is to have an impact, whether that's helping you guys in any way, or just being a motivation to you guys, or being that like big sister, or just like I want to be a mentor. I don't know, just like helping people in general is my #1 goal, and I want to be able to use this platform to help you guys in that way, like in a sense. Like I just want to be like living proof that you guys can make anything happen in this world, whether that's like getting the job that you want, getting the relationship that you've always wanted, just anything that is motivational. I want to be that for you guys. So hopefully I'm doing a good job. Me sitting down and just talking to you guys is an amazing feeling. Like I like doing this. But one thing to keep in mind is that it all starts with your mindset. So if you can get your mind under control, if you learn how to just have a positive mind, like at all times, if you can, like that is a plus. But just make sure that you monitor your thoughts, and if you do go into the realm of negative thinking, make sure that you meditate or journal those things out. Like let it out of your system, dance it out, sing it out, write it out, anything, just to release those negative energies. You always want to vibrate at a higher vibration. If you guys want to learn how to vibrate at a higher vibration. I do have a video for that as well. So mindset is a really huge thing as far as making things happen in your life. If you guys do enjoy this video, please make sure to hit the thumbs up button, and again, please comment anything down below. I will be rating all of them, and I will be responding to all of your questions, concerns, comments, anything like that. And I do again appreciate all the support that you guys have been giving me. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't yet. So yeah, thanks again for watching.